because I'm in the business of keeping it totally real with you, I have to tell you guys about the regression. About the regression we just had. So last week my son started in camp, and if you followed along, he definitely has a lot of feelings around transitions. He struggles with them, and he did brilliantly with camp. He got on a new bus, new place, new kids, and I was like riding high. I was like, he did it, which basically means like I did it. I felt so good. And today, Monday morning, he had a lot of new thoughts. He had a lot of thoughts about swimming at camp and like changing and worrying about privacy and like, you know, there's no places to properly change. Like, he had a lot of new thoughts that created a lot of feelings for him about not wanting to go to camp. And guess what he did? He did not get on the bus. Now, let me tell you what used to turn my like normal, really challenging mom moments into active suffering was me ever thinking that regressions were not supposed to happen. I did this so often, and especially with my son, who I would like see him maybe work through a moment, like work through transitions. He'd start like, you know, feeling comfortable, and then I would think like, we did it, like it's all solved now. We'll like never have to deal with this ever again. And then because that's not the way the reality works as humans, and him being a child who's like learning and growing, anytime that he would have like a difficult moment with the transition again, I used to feel such frustration, basically adding on a lot of suffering to an already difficult situation. And that is what I would say is the biggest difference for me right now that I want to share on here. He had a tough moment. He had a lot of thoughts, and what I used to feel a lot of worry about, I don't feel worry about anymore. And let me tell you what I feel instead. I have forever stopped telling myself it shouldn't be this way. He shouldn't be this way. It should be easier. I should do better. The should has almost completely left my vocabulary. And I have to tell you that that is how I have deleted the optional suffering that so many of us are piling on. I think that we do this as moms at work with weight loss, especially. We overcome certain obstacles. We like actually start improving something, and then life happens, and maybe we take a detour, maybe we regress, maybe something happens in a way that we didn't want it to, and we start telling ourselves this lie that it should be different, that we should have done better, that it should be different, that like something should be different than it is. And this is optional suffering. I'm telling you, freeing yourself from this is worth everything, because you will feel so much better. I promise, either way, you're going to be figuring this out. Either way, you have to overcome this obstacle. So deleting and obliterating the optional suffering is highly valuable, specifically for the high achiever who already is doing a lot of things, and like it's already hard enough. Don't add the optional suffering. You're going to figure it out anyway. You're going to overcome it anyway. Stop shoulding all over yourself. Happy Monday.